And the truth is, I don't hate Adrian Hawkins. Actually, it's quite the contrary. I love Adrian Hawkins. Adrian's my brother. God damn it, Adrian is my best friend. I don't hate Adrian Hawkins. I love Adrian Hawkins. I love Adrian Hawkins. I love Adrian Hawkins. Adrian's my brother. Adrian is my best friend. But the fact that Adrian Hawkins takes the notion to sit in that big, beautiful Arizona house he has while I'm out here continuing the legacy of what it means to actually be approved, it disappoints me in him to no end. Just imagine how disappointing Jimmy Rave is in you. Just imagine how disappointing Jimmy Rave is in you. The fact that he sits at home while I appear everywhere, every week in front of all of you, and he does nothing to help contribute to carrying the legacy that Jimmy Rave left for us. He left that for us. He does nothing to help carry that weight and pressure. The truth is, Adrian, I'm done fighting you. We've gotten nowhere with no problem solved. So on July 22nd, Adrian, I want you to be ready, because it's me and you, brother versus brother, approved versus approved, one last time. With all our cards laid out on the table. My Southern Fried Classics Championship is on the line. And Adrian, if you win, you can have my championship and you can have the approved. And I'm a man of my word, I will fall in line and you can be the leader. But when I win, Adrian, and I mean when I beat you, I'll retain my championship and you will fall in line and follow me as the master and the leader of the approved. But it's not a regular wrestling match, because that's not good enough for me. And Adrian, it's not a cage match, because that's just not our style. Iron Man match. Iron Man match. On July 22nd, it will be Nick Halen versus Adrian Hawkins in a 60-minute Iron Man match.
Nitro Nick Halen. That's who you were when I met you, Nick. You took some time off. You came back. You got some cool looking tights and you became the game breaker, Nick Halen. And nobody wanted to take a chance on you. Nobody wanted to take a chance on you. But me, I begged and I begged Todd to give you a shot, to put you beside me and Bobby. And now look at you, Nick. Now, you can make what you want out of that story. You can tell it any way you want, Nick. But that's the truth. I made you a part of this. I made you a part of this. I reached out to Bobby and I begged him to let you in the group, to be our third guy. Because I saw something in you, Nick. I saw it in you Before you saw it in you, before Todd saw it in you, before anybody saw it in you, I saw it in you, Nick. And now here we are. Brothers. Best friends. Best friends. Brothers. Best friends. Nick, it hurts me. It hurts me to fight you. It hurts me to be in this war with you. Most of all, it hurts me that you're coming after the one thing that I have, and the one thing that I am. July 22nd, you won an Ironman match, a 60-minute Ironman match. Winner leads the approved. If you think you're ready to lead, then you've got 60 minutes to prove it. But promise me this. Be a man of your word for once. Don't try to fight me after this. This is it, Nick. This is it. We're done after this. And I'll keep my word. If you beat me, I'll fall in line, Nick. I'll follow you. I do want to tell you, and I do want you to know, Nick, when I win, I don't want you to fall in line. I want you to get the hell out of the way. I want you to get the hell out of the way. Because when I win, Nick, you're out. And so you can go leech onto somebody else's legacy and make your name off their back. See you July 22nd, bitch.
The following contest has been sanctioned by Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, officers in attendance, promoter David Manders, and matchmaker Mr. Bill Bearings. When the bell rings, the man in charge, referee Mr. David Weekley. This matchup is a winner takes all for the Southern Fried Classics Championship and the leadership of the approved. It will be contested under 60-minute Iron Man rules. When the bell rings, the clock will start at 60 minutes. Pinfalls, disqualifications, and countouts will count as victories. The competitor with the most victories at the end of 60 minutes will be the Southern Fried Classics champion and the undisputed leader of the approved. Introducing first, in the corner to my right, he is a former Southern Fried heavyweight champion. He is a former Southern Fried tag team champion, and since 2017 has been the recognized leader of the approved, weighing in at 225 pounds, from Tucson, Arizona, Adrian Hawkins! And his opponent, he was the Georgia Wrestling History 2022 Wrestler of the Year. Tonight, he reigns in as the Southern Fried Classics champion at 205 pounds from the classic city of Athens, Georgia. This is the Game Breaker, Nick Halen!
You can cut the tension with a knife. Rosario Grillo and Adam Vance on the call here tonight.
I think we're going to be in something for special here.
No doubt. The air here at the Southern Fried at the Boys and Girls Club here in Monroe as this 1 hour Iron Man match begins. Pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, countouts, all count towards your total at the end of the hour. The only thing standing between Adrian Hawkins in full leadership of the approved and the Southern Fried Classics Championship is Nick Halen in 60 minutes. Nick Halen wants that leadership role of the approved, and Adrian Hawkins will fall in line if Nick Halen finds himself victorious here this evening. That's what these two men have agreed upon as stipulations for this matchup here. Going at it to start off the matchup, collar and elbow tie up. Hawkins in the corner there, and a disrespectful slap across the face of Nick Halen.
What some of you may not realize is, yes, 60 minutes is an hour, it's a long time. 60 minutes of professional wrestling, it's not 60 minutes. You're gonna come out of there feeling like you've been on the run for 6 hours, taking all the bumps, taking all the slaps to the face that you're gonna see tonight.
Yep, the crowd enjoyed that almost as much as Nick Halen did there.
But you see, I don't agree with Nick did there. I know it was a short burst, but he's wasting his valuable energy. This is 60 minutes. Don't run. You were being chased, but not that bad. Save your energy.
Definitely energy conservation is going to be key for these two men in this matchup here as the battle continues here into that hour. Senior official David Weekley in charge of this match tonight, his lone match as a referee here this evening. You see Nick Halen avoiding Adrian Hawkins at ringside. If there's a double count out, it's a moot point. Both men get a DQ or a count out, it's still 1-1. So there's no point in a double DQ or a double count out at this point happening. Halen's back in the ring, Hawkins through the ropes, and Halen back out. The mind games Nick Halen picks up his title belt and goes and deposits it back on the timekeeper's table.
He can keep the mind games up all he wants. Sooner or later, he's going to have to get in there. He's going to have to face the consequence of his actions, and they are going to have to wrestle. Oh, he's using his sword arm.
Hawkins is going after him again. Again, with Halen walking around like this, that energy conservation, he's letting Adrian Hawkins just kind of chill out in the ring right now.
Yeah, I don't know how smart of a strategy that is. You're saving energy for self, but you're also helping out your opponent here.
Well, both of these men certainly have been preparing for this matchup, no doubt.
You know, every fan in here is glued to their seat, but you can almost hear a pin drop. The fans are quiet because they don't know what to expect. There's so much on the line here tonight.
No doubt, man. This has been the last 9 months. Hell, even more than that, honestly, with these two guys.
And you and I were talking about it earlier. It's been a long time since there was a 60-minute Ironman match in the state of Georgia.
In wrestling to begin with, honestly, man, it doesn't happen often.
Not very.
It literally has to be something this serious to become something. Adrian Hawkins asking for a chair. That's going to get you disqualified, Adrian, I guess. Oh, here we go. Mind games right there. The master looking out of the ring there to Nick Halen. Just said, come in, I'll rest. I'll sit here for an hour if I've got to. Look at the reluctance of Nick Halen to get into the ring right now. Hawkins is up weakly. Going to get rid of that chair.
Nick asking for time to get back in the ring. He's had nothing but time to get in the ring.
No doubt there. They're circling each other as they get ready to engage again. Oh, he went for a kick. That second kick there as they went in, and Hawkins has him by the foot, and Hawkins drops him face first onto the canvas.
A little rake to the eyes there for Nick. Now he's back on the attack.
Nick Halen just headbutted the kidneys of Adrian Hawkins right now. Hawkins sends him into the corner, big back body drop. Halen went flying and landed spine first there, and he's back out to the floor.
Familiar territory for him.
Adrian Hawkins back out and in charge of this matchup now in a familiar spot while Nick Halen licks his wounds out on the floor.
Chants of chicken are starting to erupt here for Nick Halen. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing, but he should get in there and start wrestling sometime soon.
Nick Halen asked for this. This is what he wanted. Adrian Hawkins is there. Adrian went and spent weeks in Arizona, in the heat of Arizona, to train for this matchup. Halen goes in and under the ropes to break the count.
Crowd is really starting to get sick of Halen's actions, more than usual too, I may add.
You see Halen there trying to get Hawkins back in the far corner. He knows the devastation that Adrian Hawkins can cause once he gets his hands on him. And now he's asking the referee to check him for foreign objects.
I think we're a little past that time, Nick.
Again, he's just wasting time, honestly. Hawkins is out to the floor now, and the chase is on. Halen into the ring now. Hawkins goes in. Hawkins had to know that was going to happen here, and Halen putting the forearms right to the jaw of Hawkins. Hawkins off the ropes there, and a nasty shoulder tackle.
And to the outside goes Halen. Stop me if you heard this one before, folks.
Halen can't get any sort of offense going right now.
Well, maybe he should stay in there and try. You know, I'm usually a big advocate for Nick Halen here. As I always say, 2022 Georgia Wrestler of the Year. Let's show it. Let's show why you won that award. You wanted this match. Let's go get these wins.
No doubt the accolades are there. The awards are there. Adrian Hawkins has those as well. But these two men fighting for leadership of the approved. Adrian Hawkins took it from Jimmy Rave, but Jimmy Rave brought him into the approved, and he earned Jimmy Rave's respect. Nick Halen earned Adrian Hawkins' respect, and he has that. But what's happened between these two men is personal. It's guttural right now, and these two men have to fight it out here in the ring. It's gone to this Iron Man match for the Classic Championship. Adrian Hawkins is trying to take something away from Nick Halen that Nick Halen covets, and vice versa. And Hawkins there is asserting his dominance right now early on in this matchup. Just absolutely beating the living hell out of Nick Halen right now. Nick Halen slides out and finds himself on the barricade here at ringside.
He's having a hard time finding his footing tonight. Usually you see the champ on top of people, but he's been reeling. He spent 99% of tonight reeling from Hawkins.
You see Southern Pride owner David Manders there at ringside, keeping an eye on things to make sure this doesn't go sideways. Bobby Moore and Rob Adonis have been out here at various times to help out Nick Halen. I hope that doesn't happen on David Manders' watch, and I think he doesn't believe that will happen here tonight. Those men, I have not seen them in the building tonight. It's going to be hopefully one-on-one Halen and Hawkins here right now going forward for an hour. But we'll still see. Hawkins absolutely ripped right now. He is, I think he put on 10 pounds of muscle since the last show.
Well, you know what? As great as that is for him physically, that's going to add to the conditioning. When you add all that muscle, muscle's heavy, man. And in this heat, in 60 minutes, you can tire yourself out pretty quickly. That's smart. That's smart right there by Nick. That chaining's going to waste your energy. Just rake the eyes. Get control.
Halen has him backed in and a shot right to the jaw. Sends Hawkins into the ropes. Hawkins up over the top as Halen goes in for a shoulder tackle. Hawkins going for a backslide. This could be the first pin here, but Halen rolls out. Halen with a small package. Looked like Hawkins reversed it there a little bit. These two men trying to get that early quick pinfall.
I understand going for the win, but all these pins is really going to tire you out.
A schoolboy there. Hawkins trolls over there and a crucifix into another pinfall attempt there. David Weekley earned his money early on. Nick Halen's out to the floor again as these two men went toe-to-toe with the amateur wrestling moves there.
You know, and Halen, he's sucking wind, but guess what? Adrian is as well. Those pin attempts are going to take a lot out of you, back and forth, the rolling, the body weight falling over you, on top of you, smothering you when you're getting pinned. It's going to blow you up faster than hitting the ropes.
Halen trying to get Weekley to back off Adrian Hawkins. Weekley's backing Hawkins up there. Halen again with the mind games. Halen keeps fidgeting with those knee pads. Hawkins losing patience.
He's not the only one. The crowd's starting to lose their patience with Nick, too. They want to see him get in there. They want to see him get his behind kicked. You know what? At this point, I kind of do, too.
The crowd's got to pace themselves as well, man. I tell you what. Not a pinfall yet. There, Halen comes in to break that 10 count from David Weekley. He's gone over to the timekeeper's table again. We're working on getting close to the 12-minute mark here of the matchup. John the Body Johnson's there at ringside.
Nick said to the crowd, he'll wrestle when he's ready to wrestle. We're all ready for it.
Yep. These fans here paid their money to see you get your ass kicked. You might as well get in the ring and give it to them. It's the least you can do. Adrian Hawkins going for a test of strength here. He's got to watch those feet of Nick Halen. Halen's twice hit him low. Oh, look at Hawkins. Hawkins reversed it there. And a kick right to the midsection of Nick Halen. Hawkins going for a suplex. Halen's blocking it. Halen punching his way out. Halen sends Hawkins off the ropes into a drop toe hold, dragging him down, and settles in on a, looks like he's got a lock across the front of his face there.
Cutting off the oxygen.
He's not a sleeper hold, but getting there underneath the chin, trying to lock it in, but Hawkins pushing it up a little bit higher on his jaw. Halen's got it more as a side headlock at this point. Halen's up and Hawkins drags him down to the mat. Nice arm drag from Adrian Hawkins, and he locks in an arm bar. Look at that, Hawkins there. He's got the arm bar locked in, but he's also pushing on Nick Halen's chin. Hawkins asked the fans if he should break his arm. Pushing on Nick Halen's chin to stretch out that shoulder and that arm a little bit more. And a top hammerlock as well. Trying to go to work on that left arm. Oh, man, a shot in the knee right to the triceps. He has that hammerlock, that top wrist lock there. Nick Halen trying to figure out a way. He rolls through over the top and a shot to that back and that spine of Adrian Hawkins, just punishing at the back of the challenger.
He's got to be careful. Every shot he throws is wasted energy.
There was some energy wasted in an arm drag again. Weekly checking to see if he'll submit. You got to wonder how much punishment Nick Halen can take on that arm going forward here in this matchup. Adrian Hawkins is going to keep going back to it.
Especially if you think about, we still have around 45 minutes left in this match. If he could take out a body part every 15 minutes, I think he's going to put himself in a good lead.
Again, look at this, the hand on the chin and the hand on the foot on the wrist. He's got Nick Halen prone there, and Halen.
45 minutes remain. 15 elapsed, 45 remain.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
Halen breaks that hold there. Both of these men, long fans and study the great Bret the Hitman Hart. We might see a sharpshooter coming here. We might see the first pinfall coming here. Hawkins has it locked in. Halen reaches the bottom rope. Hawkins pulls him away.
Right in the
Hawkins
center.
has it settled in. Can
Tap.
Halen? Halen taps out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first fall.
Hold on a second,
Adrian
though.
Hawkins. He now has a 1-0 advantage in this matchup.
So you know what? That was very, very smart by Nick. He knew he was in peril, and he tapped out immediately instead of sustaining any further injuries for the rest of this match. He got out of there as soon as he can. And you know what? Nick knows he can get at least one win. So, you know, fronting a win, it's not going to bother him too much. That was a very smart move on his part.
Halen's out there. He reached that bottom rope, but Hawkins pulled him away. Hawkins is stalking Halen right now. Hawkins sends him into the barricade at the ringside area near the scorer's table, pardon me. Basketball there, near the timekeeper's table, and he's working on the spine again of Nick Halen. That sharpshooter may come into play here again later on. That spine is taking some damage now. Adrian Hawkins going to work on the back of Nick Halen. But you're right there. Nick Halen knows he's got to last another 45 minutes in this matchup. If you stay prolonged, if you stay in that sharpshooter for a prolonged amount of time there, the damage to your back is going to hurt you for the rest of the match.
Yeah, more than your pride. You know, at that point, the quick tap out was the smart move. But right now, he's even more in danger. Now Hawkins going right back towards his back. Put him that sharpshooter again, he may tap out just as fast.
Elbow right to the back. Adrian Hawkins has one elbow pad on, but that was bone on bone. right there as Hawkins dropped that right elbow on Nick Halen's back. Hawkins scoops up Halen, drops him across the knee, man. Nasty backbreaker there. Weekly down for a pinfall count there, and just a 2 as Halen kicks out.
Think about how much energy they're wasting, too, every time they pick each other up for a move. That sidewalk is going to, like...
As much as they're wasting their energy, they're trying to hit that move to get a 3 count, man. That's what they're doing, man. They're trying to get those pinfalls racked up here before the end of the matchup. They've got to do that.
Ooh.
Man, nasty chop across the chest there. But you're right, they're wasting that energy. But then you got to wonder the fruits of that are a pinfall. So you got to see what they're doing there. Halen goes over, hits Hawkins hard on the timekeeper's table. A shot right to the shoulders there, the upper shoulders. Nick Halen, master of the game breaker, stomping at the hand. That's going to hurt Adrian when he's punching Nick Halen later. Nick Halen, oh, damn it. Nick Halen just used the title belt and just blasted Adrian Hawkins with it.
Referee David Weekley.
Okay, so that one I don't get as much.
Adrian Hawkins is awarded the fall. It is now 2-0.
Now it's 2-0 Hawkins.
And he kind of just gave him a freebie there.
But, yeah, Nick Halen just blasted him in the head. Now Halen goes in.
Oh!
Nick Halen with the 3 count now has a victory, or a pinfall, excuse me.
Now 2-1.
A smart move out of desperation there and a stomp. Look at Hawkins didn't even move. Nick Halen going out.
He really cracked him with that title belt. Like you said, he has not moved.
He blasted him and got him back into the ring. Halen going for the macho elbow right across the heart of Adrian Hawkins, and another cover. And we're evened up now.
See, I told you, he knew he can get that win back quick.
And
that was very, very quick.
It is now tied 2-2.
So,
now we're back even here at 2-2, and Adrian Hawkins shaking the cobwebs loose. Nick Halen, holy hell, are you kidding me? Used that Southern Fried Classics Championship to get a DQ, but he did enough damage to Adrian Hawkins to get back 2 pinfalls, and they're back even. What's going to happen here the next 40 or so minutes of this matchup?
we saw more action in the last 2 minutes than we did the whole match so far. Can't wait to see what we got next.
Like you said, man, they have to conserve.
40 minutes remain.
They've got to conserve that energy there, and Nick Halen's doing that while Adrian Hawkins is down. He's taking his time, being methodical with the punishment he's dealing out to Hawkins. Hawkins kicked out after an arrogant pin from Nick Halen. Hawkins again down in the center of the ring. You see his chest moving up and down, visibly struggling to catch his breath here as he's in pain in the middle of the ring.
This is where all the running in the beginning helped Nick.
Halen went for an elbow, but Hawkins rolled out of the way. He's still got some life in him. And a nasty kick right to the ribs.
Does he know that there's DQs in this match? Because he keeps bringing in weapons like he doesn't.
Nick is just slapping Adrian Hawkins with the wrist tape, Grabbed that chair that Hawkins was sitting in earlier. It was right at ringside. And the promo that started it all, that got this match going in the center of the ring, Nick Halen in a chair. Where he's at now, and he takes that wrist tape across the throat of Adrian Hawkins. David Weekley was getting the chair out of the ring. Don't want that weapon there, but Halen took that time, that distraction, and used the wrist tape to inflict more damage on Adrian Hawkins. Front face lock, going for a suplex here.
Oh, and you see the lower back that was targeted earlier on Nick. That really started to hurt him there. He may have to be smarter about the moves he tries to do.
Look at Adrian there. You see the look of pain on his face. as he gets up and reaches for Nick Halen. And Halen again paintbrushes him across the face. Hawkins with a punch to the midsection. Halen gathers him up in a European uppercut, and Hawkins is on wobbly legs but still fighting to keep the champion away from him. Hawkins goes down in a nasty lariat. Sends Nick Halen crashing there, but that hand that took some damage earlier on the outside of the ring is hurting Adrian Hawkins. Hawkins with a springboard back elbow there right to the jaw of Nick Halen, and Nick Halen's in a bad spot right now. We are now 2-2 here in this matchup as we get to the 35-minute mark left in the matchup. Hawkins goes in, goes for a shot there, and Nick Halen deposits him on the top rope, second rope. Game breaker off the second rope.
Wow, that's got to be it.
And a third pinfall there for Nick Halen.
Nick Halen now has the advantage, 3-2.
He might call him the Cleveland Cavaliers from a few years ago because he's on a 3-0 run.
That neck breaker, that game breaker move out of the corner there. Nick Halen's already worked on that upper shoulder and that neck area of Adrian Hawkins. Damage inflicted there on the challenger. Nick Halen going for another pin, not hooking the leg there, but Hawkins kicked out at 2.5. If he hooks the leg, he has a chance to get another 3, honestly.
You have to wonder why he's not doing that. If you can pin someone the right way, you put all of your body weight onto their lungs, and it's harder for them to breathe, and it's harder for them to kick out. If you hook the leg, it's going to be much easier to get that win.
And he's not even making Hawkins kick out. Hawkins is getting a shoulder up because he doesn't have his legs hooked. It's wasting energy on Hawkins' part, but honestly, Nick Halen could be up 4-2 at this point, but I don't think he cares. He just wants to kick the hell out of Adrian Hawkins right now. There you go, hooking the leg again, and Hawkins pushing off Nick Halen there.
See, there you go. Act like you want to win. It's like they say in Italian, la donna mangia la mela. The woman eats the apple. Bet you didn't know I spoke Italian, did you?
No, I had no idea. There you go.
I know Japanese, too. I'm a very cultural guy.
Oh, Nick Halen.
Might be a very concussed guy.
Adrian Hawkins. Hawkins fell and pulled Halen face first into that turnbuckle. And Hawkins has some mayhem in mind right now. Belly to back suplex there sends Hawkins down, Halen down. And Halen landed hard on that spine again. You saw Halen hit that suplex earlier, and both men paid the price for that. Hawkins did the same thing, but he's feeding off the crowd now. You can see him reaching, pulling that energy from the crowd here in Monroe. Nick Halen tries to get up. Yeah, you see that. He's reaching for his lower back, that kidney area.
What they should have done here, you take the 9. You got 10 seconds.
Oh, my God. Adrian landed hard on top of his head there. Both men, Halen's going for it. They're looking at maybe a DDT.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Hawkins got his shoulder up there at the last second. Nick Halen can't believe it.
I didn't see him move after that DDT. I was a little concerned for a second.
Halen stepping right into the sternum. Adrian Hawkins there, and you heard Hawkins groan.
What I was trying to say before is that they should take advantage of that 10 count. When they're down, you can get up at 9. Get those few extra seconds to catch your breath.
Halen taking a moment to pause and pose for the fans here, but Hawkins is up and still on the attack. Hawkins knew he may not be able to survive another big elbow off the top rope from Nick Halen, and he desperation had to climb up those ropes to get at him.
A headbutt from Halen. Almost knocking Adrian down to the canvas.
Hawkins has him up, setting up for a superplex here.
Oh, no.
Hawkins is on the second rope.
If he hits this is an easy fall. Nick's back would be destroyed.
Both of these men are going to land on their back if he hits this. Oh, my God. You see Nick Halen. Oh, Hawkins rolls him over. Are you kidding me? Holy hell. Hawkins has him set up again. Oh, damn. Halen reversed it, and Hawkins is out on the floor. I was switching angles thinking they were going to go back in the ring, and Halen dropped him out onto the floor.
That was a nasty fall.
Look at Nick Halen, man. He's just being held up by that middle rope. These two men, I'm meeting eyes right now. Nick Halen.
Oh, where's he going?
Going off the ropes there. Suicide dive out to the floor, and he lands hard right across the chest of Hawkins. Both men down outside the ring. What the hell?
Where's he going?
Nick Halen just went under the ring.
What is he? He lost?
Weekly has a 10 count going in the ring right now. He's at 4. Nick Halen's trying to grab something from under the ring. I have no idea what it is. Hawkins is there. He sees Halen, I think, going under the ring. He's not trying to hide. I know that much. Halen grabs Adrian Hawkins' leg as Hawkins tries to get in. Well, that's a double count out, but
you know what? He was going to get in the ring. That was going to cost Nick a fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, David
By getting
Weekley
counted out, he
both
saved himself a
men.
fall.
Therefore, no points are awarded for that fall. It is still 3-2 advantage to Nick Halen.
Adrian was half a second away from another victory over Nick and tying it at 3 apiece.
I don't know. You got to wonder, well, where's David? Manders is gone. He got out of the corner there. I see that.
That's a smart move by him. You don't want to get in the way of these guys right now.
No, you've seen Adrian Hawkins suplex Nick Halen off of the barricade. You've seen him suplex Nick Halen off the timekeeper's table onto the floor here in Monroe.
Jeez.
Fans watching these two men beat the hell out of each other. Hawkins is sending Halen into the barricade again. Halen stops himself and a big forearm right to the jaw. Hawkins hits hard, ribs first into the barricade. Our security team there holding the barricades to keep the fans from getting hit.
"30 minutes have elapsed. 30 minutes remain."
You got to wonder what Halen was pulling. Big chop right to the chest. Oh, man, these two guys trading blows here. Looks like Weekley is going to let him go.
If you couldn't hear,
Halen over into the crowd.
we are halfway through this match. 30 down, 30 to go. And it is 3-2 Nick.
The ring is empty. They're fighting out in the crowd. Nick Halen's in somebody's lap. Hawkins is somewhere in this crowd. Oh, there's Hawkins. You see his feet there. He's punching at Halen in the crowd. They might be heading this way. Hawkins has the steel chair. Weekley's going to tell him he's going to get DQ'd if he uses it. And Hawkins thinks better of it and drops it. He's only one down. Oh, hell. Hawkins sends Halen into the wall. I thought he's going to load up for a sharpshooter there. Hawkins stomps the midsection of Nick Halen. Halen trying to make his way back up to his feet, and Hawkins sends a trash can into him. Are you kidding me? Hawkins hits Halen with a trash can. Oh, gross. Hawkins with a foot across the throat, or knee, excuse me.
Throwing everything at him but the kitchen sink at this point.
Well, there's no kitchen here, I don't think, but holy hell. Oh, my God.
Where are they going now?
Nick Halen is on.
No.
If Hawkins hits him, it'll be 2-4. Halen's begging him to hit him. He just wants that advantage.
That's smart. He should. Egg him on.
Nick Halen, you see Halen talking to him. He's trying to get him to hit him. Hawkins technically didn't hit him. Halen's wobbling there. These two men fighting on a piece of the ringside.
The bleachers, I'd say?
Bleachers, yeah, the mobile bleachers we have set up here. Oh my God.
What? No.
Hawkins has Halen. We saw Hawkins suplex him multiple times. Halen fighting out of it. He knows this mayhem can be caused. Definitely a 10 count coming if somebody gets hit outside the ring and has enough energy to get back. Nick Halen rakes the eyes of Adrian Hawkins. He sends Hawkins right into the damn wall.
Jeez.
Concrete block. Nick Halen posing.
Oh, sorry at home for anyone who didn't want to see some swear words.
Little RBD there. Oh, hell, Hawkins just dumped him.
Oh, my God. I think he fell on his head.
He fell on his head and he hit his spine on the damn bleachers there. Both men down there. Adrian Hawkins had the wherewithal after hitting the wall to take Nick Halen out. And both men are down here at ringside.
I mean, what can these guys do left? We're 23 minutes left in this match. What else can they pull out of the magician's hat?
Both men struggling to make their way to their feet. Adrian Hawkins has got to get Nick Halen back in the ring simply just to even this up. He has to come back with 2 pinfall submission or countouts in order to come out with a victory here tonight. Nick Halen back up to his feet. Adrian Hawkins has a chair. I don't think he wants to use that. Nick Halen's trying to, I don't know where the hell Nick Halen's going. He's just walking around the ringside area out in the fans. Adrian Hawkins has that chair. He's trying to get his way back to the ring. If somebody makes it back to the ring, honestly, yeah, Nick Halen's in a bad spot right now. Hawkins is crawling back to the ring at the entranceway. Nick Halen's trying to get a chair and using it as a crutch.
Referee David Winkley's at a 2 count now.
The fans cheering Adrian Hawkins on. Nick Halen. There's another entrance at the far side of the ring. You see him on the left side at the far back corner there. Hawkins is making his way up the entrance ramp. Nick Halen's making his way where we saw Matt Hankins run away scared earlier. Both men on opposite sides of the squared circle. I don't know what Weekly's count is right now.
5, I think.
If either one of these guys can beat the other one back to the ring, that's another double count out.
Both competitors have been counted out. Therefore, no points awarded for this fall. It is still 3-2, Nick Halen.
Oh, hell, both of these men going at it now. Halen and Hawkins trading punches right now. Halen, oh my God, I can't believe he had the strength to do that. And he didn't, his back gave way. He does pick up Hawkins. He tries to hit a go to sleep on him, but he didn't have enough strength to get him over. Both men trying to decide what to do at this point, honestly.
At this point, it might just be muscle memory. They don't even know what they're doing. Their bodies are just moving on their own.
Hawkins spine first, code breaker!
Code breaker! That's it!
3-3. Adrian Hawkins has tied it up.
That fall was Adrian Hawkins. The score is now tied 3-all.
A little bit of a grin on the challenger's face. Is he in control of the matchup right now? Adrian Hawkins soaking up the adulation of the fans here in Monroe. Almost a look of relief on Adrian Hawkins' face.
Well, to be fair, that's truly the first time he had him down. The sharpshooter, Nick tapped to get out as fast as he could. A DQ win, and now is that first pinfall victory of the match.
Adrian Hawkins stalking Nick Halen right now. Hawkins is setting up for another code breaker. Nick Halen makes his way to his feet. This could be it.
Nick should not turn around.
Listen to this crowd, man. The crowd's applauding, waiting for it. Oh, Halen hits a code breaker on Hawkins. Hawkins came in and caught it. Nick Halen knew it was coming, goes for a pinfall. Woo! The very last second, Adrian Hawkins got that shoulder up.
As a definition of 2.99.
Damage inflicted there. How much do these men have left in the tank? We're approaching 20 minutes remaining in the matchup here. My time here is unofficial, as John the Body Johnson's in charge of the official clock of the matchup. Adrian Hawkins writhing in pain. Nick Halen is in some serious pain as well. You can see him having trouble trying to make his way back up to his feet.
I think the fans are really starting to realize they're seeing something special. Everyone is slowly starting to rise to their feet.
Fans standing there. Nick Halen trying to set Hawkins up for a pile driver. Doesn't have enough left in the tank to pick him up all the way. Hawkins trying to go for an unprettier. Right there, can Hawkins pin him? Can this be all? Halen kicked out. That neck and that spine is taking so much damage. I can't believe Halen kicked out. Weekly showing how far he was from hitting that 3 count there, just an inch or so away, as Adrian Hawkins is growing frustrated.
At this point, honestly, it might just be instinct for these guys to be kicking out.
You see Nick Halen reaching for his back at each time. He rolls over. Every time he moves, it hurts. Both of these men have to be in immense pain at this point.
And like you said, there's still around 20 minutes remaining in this match. We're tied 3-3. This is, like I said in the beginning, I knew this was going to be a special match, and I can't believe we still have 20 minutes left.
Hawkins is on his feet there, picking up Nick Halen. Hawkins going for a springboard. Halen off the ropes. Goes for an STO. Sets him down. Could this be it? Hawkins barely getting that shoulder up at the last second. Nick Halen, just look at the exhaustion on his body. He had that momentary burst of energy there to hit that STO, but he doesn't have enough right now to move and to try and pin him a second time. These guys are just coming. The energy's coming in bursts at this point.
See, this is where I disagree with Nick. Stay down. You have to count. Get that energy back. Take some deep breaths. Get your breathing under control.
Just doing what he can. Look at that. He's reaching for his back again. He's heading out to the apron.
I don't know how smart this is. Adrian's down in the ring. Why would you leave him? I know you want to hit the elbow, but you have him down.
He can't even get his foot up. He tried to get his foot up on the bottom rope right then and had to switch to his left foot. Hawkins is up. God help us if he hits this. I don't know what it's going to take. He misses. He lands hard.
This is the opening that Adrian needs. How much does the approved mean to him? He has to dig down deep.
You see Hawkins crawling. Nick Halen's out there. It took everything he had to climb up the ropes. It was a last gasp there. If he had hit that elbow drop right on the chest of Adrian Hawkins, he could have got that final 3. Hawkins, oh my God, Adrian, crucifix there. These guys are trading pinfall attempts. They're just lying in a pile right now. Look at this. Just utter exhaustion from these two right now. Halen reaches out to the bottom ropes. Hawkins setting in a crossface.
He's got to break it, though.
He does, but he's going to take all 5 spots there, all 5 seconds, to inflict a little punishment on the neck of Nick Halen. And Halen just, honestly, they're just
Had an instinct
water
earlier.
falls out to the floor. I mean, it's really the only, I guess spill is the word, honestly. Just went out to the floor. Hawkins a little bit more energy right now. He's got that tape from around the wrist, inflicting damage on Nick Halen, choking away at Nick Halen. A little bit of comeuppance there for what happened. Both men outside of the ring. David Weekley starting a 10 count in the center of the ring now. Hawkins is picking Halen up. Oh, Halen sends Hawkins spine first into the ring apron. Going for it a second time. And a third right into the ring post, but really very little energy going into it. But damage done nonetheless to Adrian Hawkins. Nick Halen trying to stay on his feet right now. Hawkins is down.
And not only was he driving him into those posts, if you see there's some triangles poking out, those were also hitting him right in the back. Those can't feel good going into your spine.
Nick Halen with a European uppercut there and wobbly legs. Adrian Hawkins fires back. Halen again with a kick, and Hawkins with a chop to the chest. Hawkins is on his knees right now, and Nick Halen just shoves him down to the floor. We talked about disrespect earlier. These two hate each other.
They may hate each other, but they love the approved more, and that's what this is about right now. That's why these guys are still going. That's why we're still in this match. They love the approved.
And don't forget, man, this is a Southern Fried Classic Championship match as well.
That as well.
Nick Halen's championship is on the line here in this match on top of leadership of the approved. Nick Halen went for a running knee. Hawkins caught it. Hawkins drops him down. We're going to see a sharpshooter again. Can Nick Halen withstand another one?
Remember that hand from earlier, too.
Adrian trying to turn him over.
And he does.
Nick Halen has an arm underneath that's going to lessen the impact.
He's so close. Is he going to tap?
Halen's got that other arm free. Halen powers out. Are you kidding me? Holy hell. Hawkins has to break the hold. He should have waited for a 10 count, but he's exhausted. He didn't have enough left in him. Excuse me, to wait for that 5 count.
15 minutes remain. 15 minutes.
15 official minutes remaining here.
Hawkins, if he had kept that hold locked in for a 5 count there to break it from Weekley, but Hawkins didn't even have the energy to keep it on him. Halen broke the hold, and he just let it go to conserve his own energy in this matchup.
But think about how much he used to push himself up, to fight through that pain in his back, to reach out just that 1 inch to the ropes.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Feet on the head and neck of Nick Halen there. If he locks that sharpshooter in again, that pain, that extra feistiness, that nastiness of Adrian Hawkins into the neck and the spine of Nick Halen. Hawkins has a handful of hair, and he's trash-talking Nick Halen.
These guys still trash-talking each other 47 minutes in. Just shows you the hatred they have.
Halen shoves Hawkins off Hawkins. Bobby Moore taught him that discus forearm there, a super kick.
Right on the button.
Both men still standing. I can't believe it. Hawkins on wobbly legs. Halen setting him up. Is he going to go for that pile driver again? Oh, he said, who's the man? Is he going to hit an El Crucifijo? Oh, Hawkins dumps him over the top rope, and Halen lands on his feet. But he hit his back on the apron. Halen climbing back up. Hawkins sees him there. Halen tries to go for a shoulder block. Adrian Hawkins has him. Front face lock. Can he hit a game breaker on Halen? Looking around at the fans, look at the grin. Game breaker. This is going to be it.
Oh.
Hawkins with the hook of the leg there, but Halen got that shoulder up at the last second, and Hawkins can't believe it. Weekly again showing how far away his hand was from hitting the mat for the third fall. Again, we are 3-3 now with an unofficial 13 minutes remaining in this matchup. Hawkins is standing tall. I don't know where these guys got the energy from, but Nick Halen hasn't moved. The only thing moving right now is Nick Halen's heart in his lungs. Halen reached out and grabbed that bottom rope, trying to pull himself back up to his feet.
That's smart, though. Use all the assistance you can. Don't waste your own energy. Use the ropes to help you.
Hawkins with a punch to the chest. Feeling it from the crowd. Hawkins going to send him into the far ropes there. Hawkins hit chest first into the turnbuckle, but he ricocheted off and they hit skulls. Nick Halen there almost falling out of the ring again. David Weekly checking on both men, senior official here in this Iron Man match for the Southern Fried Classics Championship and undisputed leadership of the approved. Nick Halen almost out to the floor. Adrian Hawkins, you can see Nick Halen in the background now. He is out on the floor here in Monroe, Georgia, reaching for that lower back. You see him crawling over to one of our security guards. I'm not sure what the hell's going on there.
Using anything and anyone he can just to get to his feet.
Trying to use a security guard as a crutch to make his way up to his feet. Halen's back over that timekeeper's table where the title belt is. You can see him there in the distance as Hawkins is in the center of the ring. David Weekly starting a 10 count.
I think he's up to, was he up to 8?
I can't tell there. Nick Halen is grabbing the hammer that we use to ring the bell. We saw that as Nick Halen used that during a crossface with Adrian Hawkins and had it in the mouth of Adrian Hawkins while he had the crossface locked in. He's fighting with David Weekly. Weekly's trying to take it away from him. Hawkins has the crossface locked in the center of the ring. Halen's tapping out, but Weekly went to go throw that hammer back. Hawkins released the hold. Halen tapped, but Weekly didn't see it. He was going out to deposit that hammer and get rid of it. Hawkins released it, thinking that he won a fall.
10 minutes remaining, time limit.
Halen with a reversal. Hawkins back into it, has it locked in. Readjust under the chin. Is Nick Halen going to tap again?
Think about the torque on his back right now, too. That's not helping.
Look at that, man. Look at the angle that his spine is right now. The human's not supposed to bend like that.
He needs to get as flat as he can, or he's going to have to tap. He's wasting too much energy.
He might pass out. Yeah, Weekly's going for his arm. Man, Nick Halen didn't even drop one there. Halen with a reversal. Weekly's down. Just a 2 count there. Hawkins releases the crossface. Hawkins has Halen prone. Is Hawkins going to go for a pile driver here? Tries to pick Halen up. Halen with a reversal. Oh my God, man, the pain he must be in right now with his back. Hawkins landed hard as well.
I generally don't know how these men are fighting through this right now. The exhaustion. They're probably dehydrated. They're sucking wind. Their back hurts, their knees hurt, their neck hurts.
The crowd here in Monroe chanting for Adrian Hawkins. Hawkins tried to hold on to the ropes. Roll up there. Hawkins does get a shoulder up. Hawkins went for another roll up there, but Nick Halen reached out and grabbed that bottom rope, breaking the pinfall attempt up. Both of these men absolutely exhausted, and Hawkins growing frustrated. Positioning in the ring has been a friend of Nick Halen's all night.
Less than 10 minutes remain here in this match.
Adrian Hawkins looking over, asking for a time cue. We're still at 3-3 there. He had a tap out earlier in this matchup, but David Weekly did not see it. Sends Nick Halen head first into the top turnbuckle.
training just as hard right now as they were when they started this match.
I told you, man, both of these guys spent weeks conditioning for this, and they're both already in tremendous wrestling shape as a professional wrestler. But these two men put themselves through the ringer leading up to this matchup, knowing that they'd have to go and punish each other for an hour. Chops to the chest there. If you've never had that happen to you before, it's just absolutely excruciating.
You almost lose your breath. Your heart skips a beat for a second.
Hawkins is trying to set Nick Halen up on the ropes somehow to inflict some sort of punishment on him, but they didn't have enough power in them to get him up onto the top turnbuckle. Nick Halen's going up to the top rope, and Hawkins again powering out on the spine. Hawkins there with the El Crucifijo. Nick Halen tried to block him, and he sets him down.
Right on the spine.
Hawkins goes for a cover, rolls him over. Nick Halen down.
Oh, how?
How are both of these men kicking out at this point? They're getting shoulders up at the last second.
Adam, I don't get it. I said before it was instinct and muscle memory, and honestly, at this point, I really don't know what it could be.
We're closing in on 5 minutes remaining in this matchup here. Only a few short moments left in this matchup. The next pinfall very well could be the last one of this matchup and the deciding factor in who wins this battle here, this Iron Man match, as Hawkins stands over a prone Nick Halen right in the center of the ring. What is Adrian Hawkins going to do next to try and get Nick Halen for a 3 count?
I think I have an idea, and I don't think it's smart.
Hawkins making that climb up to the top rope. We've seen Nick Halen hit a code breaker. Adrian Hawkins up on the top turnbuckle. Goes for that macho elbow right to the heart of Nick Halen. Nick Halen rolling. Hawkins rolls him up. Oh my God.
Oh, veteran ring awareness.
I said earlier, ring positioning has been Nick Halen's tag team partner tonight. And he got that foot on the rope, and Hawkins didn't have enough in him to hook that leg there. Everything he had to hit that elbow drop right to the chest. And Nick Halen, just out of, like you said, out of instinct, got that foot up on the rope at the last second.
5 minutes remain. The score is still tied 3-all.
Well, there you have it, folks. 5 minutes remaining, tied 3-3. The final 5 minutes for the leader of the proved. I don't know. It's so many things could happen here in these last 5 minutes. And not forget for the title as well.
Hawkins with a fisherman suplex into a bridge. How on earth Halen got his shoulder up again?
His back, he probably can't even feel his back at this point. I don't know if it's adrenaline or it's just pure pain at this point.
Oh, look at that, rake of the eyes, Weekly. Got to get him to break that right now. The pain Adrian Hawkins is in, he's pulling at his eyes and his nose. Nick Halen had to take a break from the punishment he's taken. Hawkins has hit the majority of the offensive moves here for the last 5 minutes of this matchup. They are Nick Halen in desperation to save his championship. Working over Adrian Hawkins right now.
You can hear how much pain Nick is in.
Both of these men right now. Look at Nick. Like I said, he's just grabbing his back the entire time. That tells you just how much pain Nick Halen's in. Front face lock. Going for a suplex here. If he hits this. I'd like to say if he hits this, but yeah, look at the damage. That suplex put damage to Nick Halen's spine. If he hits this, this could be all. Weekly's down. Hawkins again gets a shoulder up at the last second.
You know what?
How the hell is this happening?
At this point, you got to throw the kitchen sink out there. I know his back's hurting. I know every part of their body is hurting. But you, at this point, are going to have to continue to hurt yourself in order to beat your opponent. That's the only way they're going to get through these final 4 minutes.
Look at this. Both of these men just absolutely exhausted on the mat here. Nick Halen has Hawkins up. Hawkins backs him off, pushes him into the turnbuckle. Hawkins over the top there. Halen drops him on the apron. Oh, Halen hits him with a big forearm there, and Adrian Hawkins ends up on the apron. Lucky he didn't fall out and hit the floor. We might have gotten a 10 count there.
Listen, whoever wins this match, what these two men have done here tonight is absolutely insane and will be remembered for a long time. This match is going to be talked about throughout Georgia for a very, very, very long time.
What are these two men doing right now? Nick Halen's up on the ropes. Hawkins is up on the apron. Hawkins is barely hanging on. Oh! Nick Halen crushed on the top rope. Hawkins doesn't have enough energy to capitalize. Nick Halen's there. Hawkins is down on the floor.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to time limit.
Final 2 minutes here. As you just heard, final 2 minutes in this 60-minute Ironman match.
Both men back up in that same corner again. Hawkins trying to punch at Nick Halen.
Currently the score is tied at 3 falls apiece.
Fans here in Monroe chanting for Adrian. Both men in a precarious position outside of the ring, on the ropes, on that second rope. In the corner, Hawkins gets dropped neck first over that top rope. Halen fell as well.
You might see another double count out here. Those men hit hard.
No, Adrian Hawkins is in the ring right now. Looks like Nick Halen was able to roll under the ring. Fans up on their feet for this last 2-minute push in the matchup.
1 minute left. 1 minute
60 seconds
left.
to go.
Tied 3 falls apiece. Remain.
Hawkins and Halen, gladiators up to their feet right now. They both look across the ring from each other. Here we go.
Haymakers.
These two men beating the hell out of each other, trading punches in the center of the ring. Is either man going to get a 3 count?
9, 8, 7, 6.
Final blows coming, both men wobbling. What? Nick Halen just fell on Adrian Hawkins.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What happened?
the winner of that fall, taking the lead at 4-3, Nick Halen.
What?
The fall occurred at the 60th minute, therefore the winner of the Ironman match, and still Southern Fried Classics champion, and the undisputed leader of the approved, the Game Breaker, Nick Halen!
Wow.
Nick Halen wins the match. Both men trading punches at the last moment. Both men falling, but Halen fell on top of Adrian Hawkins here. And this matchup is over, and the crowd is stunned.
I hate to say it, but Nick might have gotten lucky there. That was the luck of the draw.